Alright, this is the Phlizon 165W Aquarium Light, and this thing is amazing. If you're trying to upgrade your stock setup, or if you're trying to, find a cheaper solution for, a large tank or even a medium-sized tank that you have running and you just want brighter lights, or if you want more functionality out of them, this is the light for you. Now, basically, this thing has a stainless steel architecture. It has lots of venting. It has 2 fans on top of it for cooling, so this thing doesn't get too hot at all. It has 2 knobs for adjusting the brightness of white and blue light, and it also comes with several mounting connections on the top of it, and it also comes with a daisy chain feature so that you can chain up to 3 of these things in parallel for like extended functionality. And it also comes with a main master switch on the side of it, so if you want to turn everything off, you can turn it off without having to flip the switches individually. And as you can see, this thing is very, very bright. Now, like, if you're looking at, the camera picked up a lot of the light, but in person, this thing is a whole lot brighter than it looks on camera. But the main feature about this light is just the fact that you can more than likely use this in a saltwater setup rather than just for a freshwater setup, because a lot of corals, they need blue and ultraviolet light to sustain them. This one does all of that, and it even provides the full spectrum where you can run both the white and the blue lights together. And now, basically, the main focus of this video is going to be setting this thing up and mounting it to the ceiling directly above the tank that I removed the old hood off of. And this is what it looks like when it's being... This was another tank that I had set up specifically for testing what the lights look like at close range. And as you can see, this thing is actually so bright that the light rays are seen, through the tank. And you can get really, really nice lighting effects even if you're not using this thing for growing plants or growing corals or anemones or whatever. This thing makes a great aesthetic for whatever tank you decide to put it in. And so to mount this thing, I cut chains about 4 feet in length each to hang from the ceiling. And if you guys are ever mounting a light with chains, just know that each chain is not going to be exactly precisely cut to the length. Even if all of the links are the same, make each chain the same length, there's going to be a small fraction of an inch that you're gonna have to try to bend them or stretch to try to make that chain, make each link exactly the same length, so that they make it to the ceiling and to the light at the exact same length, so that there's no gaps in between it. Because if there's gaps, then that means that one chain has more weight on it than the other, and you're gonna be straining the light. So basically, what you need to do this is you need just get some chains from Ace Hardware or Home Depot, and basically what we're gonna do is cut them to length, make each one of them the exact same length, and basically drill holes in your ceiling. And if you don't want to drill holes in the ceiling, you can put a L bracket to your wall. And what the L bracket is gonna do is it's gonna allow for whatever you're hanging to stretch from the wall to wherever you're hanging it over, almost like if you've seen a street lamp, the way they look. And so this is what it looks like when it's finished. Hooks in the ceiling and the chains coming down, and I got 2 Pleco plushes right above the light. Some things are really cool. And this is what it looks like. I really, really like the way this thing, made the tank look in general, because this is the actual tank that it goes over is a 29-gallon cichlid tank, Malawi cichlids, and I got some geos in there, but for the most part, we have mostly African cichlids, and they love it. I even started seeing more color come out of some of them, after I install this thing. And all I have to say is just that if you ever get a chance, this is a great light to, if you don't want to pay $500 for an AI or a Kessil, this thing is an amazing, bargain deal for that. Only about $70 to $100. And, that's about it. So if anything, Follow MGM Aquatics me on Instagram and my YouTube channel, MGM Designs, and I post more of these videos, and I'm gonna be starting to do this a lot more later this year. And if anything, you know, I'll see you guys in the next one.